Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Saratoga Racecourse here on closing day. It is Monday, the 5th of September, 2022. Gonna look at the stakes races on the program from Saratoga, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Remember to join me tomorrow for my Colonial Virginia Derby preview, and also Saturday for my St. Ledger preview in the UK, and you have those big races from Kentucky Downs next weekend. But it's closing day from Saratoga. It's been an exciting meet. I like the return of the dirt 1 mile races out of the Wilson Chute. You saw some great performances, like you saw on Saturday with Olympiad in the Jockey Club. The Travers was exciting this year, and some of the 2-year-old races weren't half bad at all. But it's closing day. It's the end of summer. It's always a sad day. We go straight to Aqueduct now, which I find quite cool, running those fall Breeders' Cup races there. It's going to be a exciting change of scenery, but I can find myself mid-January just getting very bored of Aqueduct. I think we all do at times, but it's going to be a long road ahead. Before we get back to Belmont, and of course a very long road before we get to Saratoga. But let's look at the closing day stakes races. It's going to be a very rainy day, so hopefully the third race, the turf race, can stay on the turf, but the other turf races might be rained off. But the other race, the 11th race, is a dirt race. So we'll be looking at races 3 and 11. The third race, it is the Baruch Handicap. It's a grade 3 event going for a purse of $200,000. Races for 3-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 6 horses heading to the inner turf course. The distance of ground of 1,700 meters, or a mile 1/16 on the Saratoga inner turf course. 1,700 meters, a mile 1/16. The portable rails are up today on the inner turf course at 18 feet, so just keep that in mind. But my top selection here in the Baruch, I'm going to go take the number 2 horse here, and hopefully I say this right, Moulage, as a top selection. Let's go 2-6-5-3 in the superfecta. 2-6-5-3 super, top selection, 2 horse Moulage. This 4-year-old colt by Tornado here. Chad Brown trains. Iratis Jr. gets on this one. He's making his second start stateside. His first start stateside came on the 5th of March at Gulfstream, about a mile 16th on the turf course in the grade 3 Canadian turf, and he finished second by 3/4 of a length that day. He sat back early after not the best beginnings. He was stupidly wide. He had lead, but then he got caught by Mirror Mission late, but he didn't go down without a fight. I do think the horse needed the race there, but come back here, if he's going to be on a soft turf course, it's going to probably be speed favoring. I think he could probably set the pace, walk the dog like this in the front end, and I think he can get away with it. 2 back he ran in France on the 3rd of September, La Teste de Bouche, soft ground, 1 mile in the pre-Milcombe Stakes, just a regular listed stakes, and he won by a neck that day, and he basically stalked. He got the lead on the soft ground, quickened up nicely, around the right-handed bend. It was a very easy race from there, and then before that, in the Prix-d'Orgueil at Deauville, 1 mile firm ground on the 5th of August of 2021, down the 1 mile straightaway. He finished 3rd by a neck that day, and he just really couldn't get there. I do think the very fast ground got to him, and then La Teste de Bouche on the 6th of July of 2021 in a conditions race, 1 mile soft ground, winning by length that day. Again, from a track position, he won quite nicely. When he runs on very firm ground, he doesn't really show up. He likes a give in the ground. He'll probably see that today, and I think he can really run a good race. I'm going to use him along with the number 6 horse Emirati. Flavian Pratt's on this one for Chad Brown. 7-year-old Gellin by Dubawi. Most recently, he ran the horse on the 4th of August here at Saratoga. 1 mile and optional 80 claimer, where the horse won by nose, closing up from nowhere. I thought the horse won quite nicely off the bench, second off the bench. First off the bench came 3rd July at Belmont, 1 mile on the Widener and optional 80, where the horse finished second by a half length that day. And if he wasn't blocked at the top lane, he probably would have won quite easily. But, he had a very troubled trip. Biggest question with him today, can he show up on soft ground? He ran the race 3 seasons ago in 2019, where he ran on soft ground, where he finished 4th by 7 lengths. And Javier wanted to go, but Javier didn't want to let the horse go, which cost him. But since then, he's become a lot better horse. I'll use this horse at 6-1 on the pick 4 ticket. But to recount my selections for the third race from Saratoga, it is the Baruch Handicap. Let's take the 2 horse Moulage as a top selection. Give kudos to the 6 horse Emirati. 2-6-5-3 super. 2-6 in your multi-race. To the featured 11th race from Saratoga. I hate the way the racing form is today. They have what do you call there's between the 11th race the first page of the 11th race and the last page of the 11th race, you have to go through basically the whole racing form. So just give me a second as I'm taking my time finding the second page. So you have basically that much for the racing form to go through. But the 11th race from Saratoga, it is the Hopeful Stakes. It's a grade 1 event going for a purse of $300,000. Race for 3-year-olds here. We have a field of 6 horses going to the main track. The distance of ground of 1,400 meters, or the distance of ground of 7 furlongs on the Saratoga main track. 1,400 meters, 7 furlongs here in the Hopeful. Traditional closing day feature. On opening day, of course, you always have the Schuylerville. And on closing day, you have the Hopeful. Of course, Schuylerville's for the fillies, but what can you say? But to my top selection here, I'm going to go take the number 3 horse Bourbon Bash. Let's go 3-5-6-4 in the superfecta. 3-5-6-4 super. Top selection 3 horse Bourbon Bash. Turo called by City of Light. D. Wayne Lucas trains. Tyler Gaffleone gets the mount. The horse's most recent on came 13th of August here at Saratoga. 6 furlongs and main special weight for $105,000. And the horse won by 8 lengths, and he broke on top. He quickened up nicely and probably could have ran another 2 miles and won that easily. He was fresh that day. An all-around good race, second off the bench. That's what you want to see. Coming here to 7 furlongs, back to the Hopeful, which D. Wayne Lucas has a good chance, record in. I think this horse could really improve here today. 2 back, he ran 24th of July at Saratoga, 6 furlongs and a main special weight for 105, and he finished second by 6.5 lengths that day. He didn't break so well. He got bumped out, and then he was quarter horse to the front end. Probably took a lot out of him. He just couldn't keep up late. The winner, Blazing Seven, just ran that good race and won by nearly a little over a half a dozen. This horse, you just needed the race there. He really improved with that next race. Coming here, training well. Most recent workout on the Oklahoma track, muddy going, but harrowed. Half mile in 47-1, the best workout of 5, and a half mile workout right after the last race in 49-1, the 5th best worst workout out of 10. I think he's rearing to go. The 7 furlong trip should be to his liking. I'm going to use him here at 6-1. I think you also have to use the 5 horse Mo Strike. Turo Colt by Uncle Mo. Brad Cox trains. Florent Giroux gets the mount. Most recently in the Sanford on the 16th of July over the 6 furlongs. He won by 3.25 lengths that day, and from a tracking position, he dueled. He got the lead. He quickened up nicely. He went away with it. A very good run. Had money on him that day. And then before that, Churchill in mid-June, 5.5 in the main special weight, winning by 3/4 length. He was stupidly wide, but he got there from a tracking position. He's proven he could track, which I like here. He's training very well since the last run. I'm definitely going to use him on the ticket. But to recount my selection for the 11th from Saratoga now, it is the Hopeful Stakes. Let's take the 3 horse Bourbon Bash. Give kudos to the 5 horse Mo Strike. 3-5-6-4 super. 3-5 in your multi-race. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingCat5. Good luck, everybody, and that's a wrap from Saratoga for 2020.